Fedostria, Centexbel and the Belgian Centre for Wood Technology joined forces in the Suspro project. Suspro stands for Sustainable Products, Processes and Profit. The aim of Suspro is to reduce the company's environmental impact, energy consumption and waste production, and to help them develop new green market opportunities. Michael Braungart, who's the driving force behind the cradle-to-cradle principle, was the keynote speaker at the launch of the Suspro project in April 2010 in Ghent.
Cradle-to-cradle is an innovation concept where you can reinvent everything to be good instead of less bad. We choose everything positively, that it can go in a biological system. So you can put it in small pieces and put it into your muesli. Could you even eat it? So there's no waste anymore. Everything is good for the biosphere or for the technosphere. So you can reinvent everything. So it's no longer about being eco-efficient, it's about being eco-effective. Because you plan to make things from the very beginning, from the design, to be good for the biosphere or for the technosphere. For us it's key that sustainability is just the first step. Sustainability is just repairing the things which you have been destroying before. The second step is now to make things which are good. So products like fabrics, textiles which clean the air, which are not just not toxic, but which are good. So with that you can do innovation out of environmental discussion. And with that you can now make products which are as well much cheaper. So we can show that these types of textiles, for example, are about 20% cheaper to make because you don't need to put filters at the end. You put the filter basically at the thinking, at the beginning. The government has a key role because they can define long-term goals. They can say in 5 years, we want to buy only paper which can go in a biological system. In 10 years, we will make sure that indoor air quality is better than outside air. This will support innovation. Right now, when you analyze the indoor air quality in a building, the indoor air quality is about 3 to 8 times worse than the worst air in Brussels, for example. When you do things right, then it's efficiency. But when it's wrong at the beginning, by being eco-efficient, you make the wrong things perfectly wrong. Effectiveness means what is the right thing to do, and now you have a positive agenda, and you define where you want to be in 2020. Now the more your customer buys, the better it is, because he helps to change the company. In eco-efficiency, the message is when you want to be carbon neutral, you can be only carbon neutral when you don't exist. So eco-efficiency means at the end closing down your factory, because then you have 0 emissions.
In this movie, we illustrate the Suspro project through 2 Flemish companies for which sustainable entrepreneurship became second nature. The woodworking company Spano and Clarice from the textile industry. The Spano Group is specialized in the production of particle boards, MDF, melamine-covered boards and laminate flooring. The group has 3 production units in Oost-Rosbeke, Aalst and Veelsan and employs 800 people. The Oost-Rosbeke site, where 300 people are working, has an annual production of 700,000 cubic meters of construction and particle boards. An important principle of the company's philosophy is sustainable entrepreneurship, from an ecological and economical as well as a social point of view. Jan Ide, the company's CEO, is continuously considering the carbon dioxide footprint of the company and its products. Our wood products already have a significantly lower carbon dioxide footprint compared to other materials such as aluminium, steel, PVC and even concrete. Wood has the property to absorb carbon dioxide by photosynthesis. Furthermore, production of particle boards is more energy efficient compared to other construction materials. We will continue investing in a further reduction of our footprint in the future. Our goal for 2015 is to have 100% fossil-free energy production. Wood is a so-called carbon sink. By producing particle boards, we extend the life of wood a second time, and by reusing recycled wood, we can even give it a third life. The wood we use only comes from PEFC and FSC certified forests, meaning sustainable management of natural resources. Besides applications in furniture and interior decoration, Spano is also oriented towards the construction industry, and more in particular towards passive houses. This way we contribute to energy savings in private and public places. By 2015, our production process should be completely free of fossil energy. Heat will only be produced with wood dust. Our new bio-power station, which will only use wood, will supply all necessary energy to Spano. In our philosophy, we strictly apply the ladder from Lansing. Firstly, wood should be used and reused as much as possible as a primary material. When this is no longer possible, we will valorize the residues into electricity and heat. For that purpose, we're constructing our own biopower station. The electricity produced will equal the energy consumption of 50,000 families. In that way, 250,000 tons of carbon dioxide will be saved compared to a traditional coal power station. Producing particle boards is also sustainable for the employment. For an annual processing of 500,000 tons of wood, Spano employs 800 people, not taking into account the people working at our clients for the further processing of our products. If we were to produce energy with these 500,000 tons of wood, we would require only 40 people, meaning 20 times less. By producing wood products in an ecological way, by processing and by recycling them, we borrow from nature instead of consuming it. The family-owned company Jules Clarisse, located in Pittem, produces textiles for bathrooms and kitchens. With their soya towels, the company won the Cradle-to-Cradle contest organized by Flemish Minister Kathleen van Bremt. The goal of this contest was to stimulate companies, organizations and students to think about ecological production processes. Clarisse makes towels out of soya fibers and biological cotton. Soya fibers are a residual product of soya. For Clarisse, sustainable entrepreneurship is not a hype. On the contrary, it has a long tradition of innovation and sustainable entrepreneurship. Long before the increase in energy prices, we decided to heat the company with residual heat from our compressor. The entire company, including the offices, is heated that way. Recycling is a priority. All cardboard used is recycled so that on a weekly basis we only have 8 cubic meters of waste for a company employing 300 people. We also have our own wastewater treatment, allowing us to recycle 90% of all water used. Launching soya towels was one of the company's ecological milestones. These towels are made from soya yarn. This yarn is a residual product from the production of Yofu yogurt made from soya beans. In this way, agricultural fields are simultaneously used for the production of food as well as textiles. The soya towel has a unique wiping quality. It has a very fast drying time and is extremely soft. The soya towel combines both high quality and sustainability, which explains its big success. In Europe, we're a pioneer in doing respectful business, as we were the first to launch fair trade towels on the market. Ecology is not an objective in itself for Clarisse. Recently, we started production of towels made from recycled cotton, our so-called low-impact towels. Dixie Dansecourt, the famous polar explorer, agreed to be this action's godparent. We did our first action in collaboration with Cora France, where consumers got the opportunity to exchange used towels against new towels at a reduced price. As such, we were able to install a recycling process that's not threatening new sales. Other similar initiatives will be developed in the coming year. In our company, innovation is always at the service and for the benefit of consumers. We offer the European consumer the possibility to buy towels from his own backyard, meaning with minimal logistical moves and handling, and consequently having a minimal ecological footprint. In the future, we plan to apply the ecological footprint to all our products, so that consumers always know the weight of the footprint of each product. This is our way of being innovative, with respect for Clarisse's employees, as well as for our clients, consumers, and our tradition. Clarisse has become European leader in bathroom textiles, with the production of 100,000 towels a day. The growth over the past years can be attributed to sustainable entrepreneurship. At Clarisse, care for the environment and production go hand in hand. Suspro was launched in the presence of Michael Braungart. We have seen two examples, two companies which distinguish themselves by sustainable entrepreneurship. By 2015, we want to place the textile, wood and furniture industry on the world map as a sector that considers sustainable entrepreneurship as a strategic competitive advantage. It's important to increase the eco-efficiency by decreasing the environmental burden, reducing energy consumption and production of waste, as well as improving the eco-effectiveness by applying the principles of eco-innovation and value chain management. Suspro is a joint initiative of Fedustria, Centexbel and the Belgian Centre for Wood Technology, in collaboration with the VIA, the Agency for Entrepreneurship, the European Union and the ERDF.